My parents kicked me out at 18 and said, "Be grateful we fed you," so I fed them something they couldn't swallow. I was 18 when my parents told me to pack my things. Not in a dramatic movie scene way. No shouting, no tears. Just my dad leaning against the counter, arms crossed, and my mom pretending to wipe a spot that wasn't dirty. "You're an adult now," my dad said. "Figure it out," my mom added, "and don't act like we were monsters. Be grateful we fed you. A lot of kids don't even get that." I remember nodding, because nodding was safer than speaking. Speaking always turned into disrespect somehow. I stuffed my life into 2 trash bags and left with $23 and a phone that was already 2 payments behind. That night I slept on a friend's couch, staring at the ceiling, replaying that sentence over and over. Be grateful we fed you. Like love was a receipt. Like survival was a gift instead of a responsibility. The years after that were ugly. I worked nights, failed classes, skipped meals, learned which bills could wait, and which ones screamed the loudest. I cried in bathroom stalls and taught myself how to be quiet about pain. Every time I wanted to quit, I heard my parents' voices reminding me that I owed them gratitude just for being alive. So I built a life out of spite and stubbornness. By 25, I had an apartment that didn't smell like fear. By 27, a job that didn't treat me like disposable labor. I learned words like boundaries and self-respect and chosen family. They tasted strange at first, but I kept chewing. I didn't talk to my parents much. Holidays were tense, shallow, polite. They liked to remind me how hard it was raising me, how they did their best. One day, my mom said it again. "You know," she said over dinner, "you should still be grateful. We fed you. We kept a roof over your head." Something in me finally stood up. I didn't yell. I didn't insult them. I just spoke. "You did the minimum," I said, "and then you charged me emotionally for it my entire life." Silence slammed into the table. I went on, hands shaking. "Feeding a child doesn't earn lifelong obedience. Housing me doesn't cancel out neglect. Love isn't something you invoice." They stared at me like I'd spoken another language. "That's unfair," my dad said. "Maybe," I replied, "but it's true." That was what I fed them. The truth. My independence. The fact that I survived without their approval. They couldn't swallow it. They still can't. But I walked out of that house lighter than I'd ever felt. Not because I won, but because I stopped begging them to understand. They fed me food. I fed myself a life. And that apparently was the hardest thing for them to digest.